Plaintiff Tulip Mercury says the defendant tried to help her out of an abusive relationship, but ended up making everything worse. She's suing her for $1,000 in rent and hotel bills. Defendant Trey claims she provided a safe haven and paid for a moving truck. She owes nothing and claims the plaintiff is making their work life at the strip club very uncomfortable.
About to give us the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, you are both dancers.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And you're suing each other? Why can't we all just get along?
I wondered the same thing, Jerry.
So, Tulip, you are suing Trey. Why?
She's an Indian giving ass bitch. Plain and simple.
How do you spell that?
I was in a situation where I needed somewhere to go, and it was ongoing.
You mean somewhere to live?
Yes.
I see.
I was coming out of an abusive relationship. So after months of her offering, I declined to avoid this exact reason, the unnecessary drama. I finally said yes under the notion that if I didn't agree, our friendship would be ended, and I didn't want that to happen.
That's not true.
Like you weren't screaming at me in the car, oh, you don't come with me right now, we're not gonna be friends anymore.
That was when you were asking for the help, when I actually made
you
it
offered,
there. That wasn't.
No, you offered
You could have completely said no,
Okay.
and we
And
would
I
have
said
been 100%
no
fine.
beforehand.
Wait, I'm just
That is
trying to
true.
understand the
My
case
apologies.
here. So you needed a place to stay.
Yes.
And you asked her if you could move in with her?
No,
or
she offered.
You're saying she offered?
Yes, yes.
Now what happened?
She offered multiple times. I declined because of this reason. I finally agreed after something like worse happened, and she agreed to help me, but only under those conditions if I came with her right then and there. She didn't want to go according to the safety plan that I had already put in place before she had offered to help me.
What do you mean a safety plan?
Don't show up to the house if my ex is still
I
there.
see.
So
Yeah.
that, yes.
Yeah.
Like that. So instead of doing that, she ignored that. She still showed up. It made the situation a lot worse and dangerous for all of us involved.
So once we get into agreeing that she's going to come over, we set up everything. I said, I'm kind of scared for you, so I'm going to be texting you throughout the day to make sure that you're okay. If I don't get a response within a certain amount of time, I'm going to assume something happened, and I'm going to rush straight over. I was with my boyfriend at the time. He agreed to that, so that's what we did. At some point, she didn't text back for about 40 minutes. So if I'm thinking something's happening, we rush right over. Mind you, from where I live to where she lives is about an hour. You know, that's pretty long distance.
But did I not tell you
I get in the car.
to show up there
I get
after
in
a
the
while?
car. I'm about 40 minutes into the ride. Then she texts me, "Oh, never mind." So I'm like,
And that's your cue to turn your ass around.
about here. I'm not turning around when I'm already
You
40
might
minutes
as well
in.
if I told you
That's
not to
gas I
Stop
have
interrupting, man.
So I make it there. I knocked on the door. I asked her if she was okay. She said yes. And then the person that was in the house with her kind of got a little irate as well. So we just went outside really quick so that nothing could happen in the house. I spoke to her a little bit. She was crying. She was distraught, you know, not knowing what to do. Then she got upset at me because I had, you know, made it to the house before he ended up going to work, and the whole thing got...
After I told you nothing
It was a
wrong.
big situation.
And leaving out that, I told
we
you
ended up
nothing
getting
was
her out
wrong.
of the house. So I tell her basically that she can come over. She started crying about the cats, all 4 of them. I said, I'm allergic to cats. I don't really like cats either. So if you're like, bring them. Then she broke down. I didn't know anybody was going to accept the cats, and I said, oh, that was never my agreement in the first place, but I see that obviously you're going through something really bad. She took all 4 of her cats, a lot of her belongings, big potted plants and all that stuff.
Because you told me I
we
could.
put it in the... Can I finish?
Nah, stop acting like you're a sugary saint.
Continue, man. Stop interrupting.
Anyways, we finally make it over. I'm like suffering in the car with the cats and everything. They threw up in the car, whole big mess in the car.
That I cleaned up.
We get there,
I'll leave
she's
shit out.
boo-hoo crying. We bought her some food, accommodated her the best way we can. When I got to the house, I said, we're not gonna talk about expenses and everything now. I'm not gonna drop that all on you because you're going through something. So we'll go ahead and take a day to talk about everything. We agreed on a certain day. She left the first day, stood the first night. Then she left for 2 whole days. like without touching the house at all. So now her 4 cats are in the room, in the hot room. I checked in there a couple times. The water bowl was super dry, no food in the bowls. I
So
can't
then
deal
be
with
a
that.
friend and then
So
give the cat some water.
Okay,
Stop
wait,
making a
okay.
big ass
that's
deal
exactly
out of it.
what I did.
Okay,
I went in the
then.
room.
Yep.
I fed them. I gave them some water. Mind you, that is not my job.
But it
So-
wouldn't have been your job
Okay.
at all.
Can I
to offer
finish?
to let me stay with
Okay.
you.
Can I finish?
Shouldn't have offered.
Can
Hey,
I finish?
Stop.
Well, I got out, long story short. I go to stay with her, and I'm only there for a matter of 3 days. And after 3 days, Tweety has this impression that she's going to tell me what to do, talk down on me, belittle me, and treat me like I'm her child when I didn't need another mother. I needed a place to stay. So
Not
that way I
true.
could go
I
and-
just wanted
to
I'm
talk about-
speaking, thank
I'm
you.
sorry.
Really, I just needed a place to stay so that way I could go ahead and continue to do the things that I'm doing to.
What things did you fight over?
She had things that she wanted to talk about. I don't even know to this day. She wanted to talk about some things. After I asked her twice, what is it that she wanted to talk about? Each time she didn't want to talk about it. I tried to inquire about the rent and things that I could do to.
So there was no agreement ahead of time what the rent would be?
No.
Okay, so you stayed there for about 3 days?
Yes.
Why did you leave on the 3rd day?
Because that was the day where she called me on the phone, talking to me really crazy, as if she wanted to fight and yelling at me, calling me immature, impatient, disrespectful, childish, you name it, she called me it.
You left.
Yeah, just to avoid the drama.
When you left $450?
Yes, because that was the rent that I felt was appropriate
She left
to give her.
$450 before she ever even
I'm
decided
not
to
done
leave.
talking.
Just
That was the money that I felt appropriate to give to her, seeing as though she didn't tell me how much she would have needed if she wanted any rent at all.
I was like, just come stay with me. We'll figure out what we need to do. We have to talk about expenses and everything, obviously, but for now, just come over.
That's not how
So-
that went at all. Because
And
that
then
was the
she was
part
like,
where you
she
was in the
needed-
car telling
she
me
needed
that if
her
you
cats.
don't come with me right now, this friendship is over. I don't want to hear that mess.
I didn't
You're
say
a liar.
that the friendship
You're
was
a,
over
you're
if
such
she
a
wasn't
liar.
coming.
You said
I
that to
said
me
if she
twice
wasn't
in
coming
one
that
night.
same
if
day,
you don't come with
then
me
she
right
wasn't
now,
gonna come
Okay.
you
over,
said that the
period.
friendship was
Let her
over.
finish.
The whole
and me
time.
being me.
Haven't
Okay.
I not been cutting you off? Yeah,
You
okay.
have not been a
And
good
then when you
friend
said I'm
whatsoever.
speaking,
You have not
You're
been a good
making no
friend
sense right
whatsoever.
now.
Okay.
I'm making perfect sense.
I got
You're
an
making
idea.
no
You're trying to make it
sense.
seem like
stop
you're right and
talking,
you're
let her
not.
finish.
Okay,
And I've already got other things I need to do, and I'm out taking care of those things, and she's calling me, interrupting me, spazzing on me, making it seem like
okay,
I'm
so
a
after
problem.
3 days, whenever you put it down,
I put it down that same day.
okay,
because,
but $450 left and then you left. And you're suing her because you want your,
Yes, so she doesn't want to give the money back. She didn't give it back. I asked her twice for it. She feels that she needs to keep it.
She gave it to me. That's
She-
the money she owed me. So
No, I gave it to you as rent money, and I'm not staying with you anymore. That's kind of
that
how
was
rent
your choice.
works.
Anyways, the whole 48 hours she was gone, I was worried about the cats. I fed them and everything. She came back on the day that we were supposed to talk. Mind you, I was asleep upstairs, so I didn't really get her call in the first couple minutes.
The first couple
After
minutes,
a
I was
wh-
outside for
the first
an
couple
hour
minutes.
Ms. Smith,
and a
after
half.
a
stop speaking.
while-
It's not your turn right now. Let the defendant finish, then you'll have a turn.
After a while, I finally woke up. I seen the text and everything. I came and got her. She went inside for like a couple minutes, left, and then left me a text way later saying that I'll be right back. She had left $450 on a table. I looked at that. I asked her, did you leave money on the table? What is this for? She said, yes, for rent. And I said, well, come back because we still need to talk about that. And she said, I'm already in New Haven or wherever she was at. She said she was going to a beach party.
Nope, I went to a
went
beach
the
party the night
beach.
before. Turn your hearing aids up, baby girl.
She went to the beach that same day because she had invited me and my boyfriend out
Okay.
that
I
same day to
did
the
not
all
go
right,
to the
I think
beach.
I get the point you're saying. Now go ahead, what did you want to say?
Oh no, I'm just filling in all the little details
She
that
wants
she's
to keep
leaving
cutting
out.
off as I'm talking, but she doesn't want to let me finish
That's all
talking.
I was doing.
That's
I'm
the
just
point.
leaving. I'm filling
I
in all
still
the
haven't
little
even
details
finished,
she's
and
leaving
she now
out.
she still wants
She
to.
thinks I went to the beach
You have
that
nothing to
day.
say now.
Meanwhile,
She
I'm
went
out
to
there
the
looking
beach,
for
I have the text
apartments. I
message.
How do you
communicated with
guys-
her man
how
that
do
I
you
went to
guys
the beach
know-
the night before.
How do you guys know each other?
Oh, I met her at the club.
We met her. Yeah, we met.
Oh,
at
you
the
both
club.
dance at
Yes,
the same club?
we're strippers. I mean, I'm a
No,
tad
no,
more
no, no.
graceful than her.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
So
I know, sure. That's why I make more money than
Sure.
you.
So you-
Meanwhile, you're
That's why your
hanging out
pelvis
in the
looks like
back and you
gravel?
twerk
Okay.
like a
Okay,
damn
wait,
chick
wait,
leg.
wait. If this continues, I'm going to bring a poll out here.
We're gonna have to.
Let's do
apparently.
it. And we'll see who throw the most money. What's
No.
good?
The point I'm trying to make is she tried to say that basically the $450 she needs back because she left, or I kicked her out. I never kicked her out. It's
No,
in the
you
text,
didn't kick me
it's
out. I
in the text
voluntarily
messages
left
that I
because
said
you're
that
talking
she
crazy
didn't have
to
to
me.
leave.
And so I don't smack the fire
But
out of you in your own
basically that
house.
if we
It's
weren't
better to
going to have
leave.
that conversation about the expenses and everything, then she couldn't stay there anymore. She didn't want the rules. She didn't want
Okay.
to talk about
Because
the
you're not
expenses.
my mother. Who are you?
So then,
And you didn't want to talk.
mind you, I had already moved into my fresh apartment, just moved in. I was probably there for like 3 days when this happened. So I had a U-Haul out. That same day that she texted, I was about to return the U-Haul, but I went straight over because I thought she needed some help.
When you had the U-Haul, were you paying for it per day?
Yes.
How much was it per day?
It was 20 per day and then 40 for any extra days.
You already had the truck. Okay.
So those expenses were mine.
And then you kept it how many extra days?
That was 5 extra days.
Oh, that's a lie.
And
It's not. But
It is a lie. And even then, the
And
truck
that
is in
truck
your
was
name,
then
and I
used to
didn't
move
ask you to
her
hold
stuff.
on to it.
Yes. So when I came over
so if
and
it's $40 a day, 5 days, you're saying that's $200.
Yes, sir.
This is obviously a situation where you two guys needn't be living together. So now the question is, you're suing her for $450. You want your $450 back that you left her.
Plus interest, Your
Okay,
Honor.
well, whoa.
No, I
Yeah.
had.
If anything,
Okay.
I would like to sue
Plus
for the
500.
slander on my name
Yeah,
at the
you're
club.
suing her for $1,000.
I can't go to work
Yes.
without hearing about it.
Because since I've been not staying with her.
Oh,
I've
because
been,
you were staying at a hotel.
Yes, I've been
Which
staying
was
in
her
hotels,
choice.
and that was the purpose
Which
of
was
me
her
asking
choice.
for the money back.
That
I
was
would
her
have put
choice.
that money towards
Okay.
a
That was
hotel.
her
and
choice.
an
Do you
I
guys
put the
still
money
work
towards the
together?
U-Haul.
Not together, no. I walk right by her, and she walks by me.
Okay,
and tries
but you
to
work
get
in the
reactions
same
We work
out
in
of
the
me
same
and starts
building as your
fights.
question,
man.
and
Tries
that's
to
the
start
answer.
fights at work too.
Okay,
We work at the same
how
place,
is it
that's
at
the
work?
answer.
You just pass each other by?
She-
I
tries
walk
to
past
start
her, but
fights.
she always literally talks about me to everyone, the customers, the girls.
If somebody
and
asks,
I'm not saying
tell.
anything
You're
to
an
anyone.
Indian giving ass bitch. If somebody asks, I'm gonna tell.
You don't want to give her back the money. Why?
Throughout all the
no
expenses,
reason.
the U-Haul truck and the rent and everything, having to clean up after her mess and all that,
I didn't leave a
all the
mess.
expenses actually added up to the $450.
No, it didn't.
She's not responsible for where you ultimately live. She doesn't have any legal responsibility to put you up someplace. So that part of the suit, no. So now I'm left with the $450. There is no formal rent. So that $450, I'm ruling that that has nothing to do with rent you owe because I don't think you owe any rent. However, she did go to some expense for keeping the U-Haul, which you used in helping you move. That is an expense that she's entitled to be
Your Honor.
compensated for. So the $450 you left, now I see the extra days of the U-Haul as $200. The other $250 you say are expenses, but you know what?
Could I just interject?
No.
please?
No.
The other expenses you had, I'm not saying you didn't have it, but this started out as basically friends trying to help each other out. And when you're helping each other out, particularly in a crisis situation, you're not adding up dollars and cents. So in your lawsuit, I do think that you are entitled to keep $200 of that $450
There was
because
also
of there were
mileage
other
issue.
costs as well, but you're going to eat those because you guys were friends. Okay, so no one's getting exactly what they want out of this.
She should eat
But
all of
she
it.
is.
Because, Your Honor, she did not keep that U-Haul truck for 5 days, and also
I did, and
didn't
the
ask
extra
for her
money
to
that
pay
came
for
off of it was from the gas
For
mileage,
all-
the miles and the
afterwards,
gas.
I am
Absolutely.
finding that for all that she did, that $200 is very reasonable and very fair.
Yes, that's
She had no
sufficient.
responsibility to do anything. She helped you in a dire situation.
She did not help me, Your Honor. She put me in
Okay.
more danger.
Well, she helped you move.
I
so
definitely
I
helped you out of
fine
a
for the
bad
plaintiff
situation.
in the sum of $250.
At work, after the whole situation happened, I tried to go in and be an adult about it. I tried to just walk through and do my own thing, but I keep getting you know, she's talking to customers about me and about other, you know, to other girls about me. So honestly, she's a little immature. She's childish. So Exhibit A. Things are not stopping here. They're definitely going to elevate from here. And I definitely
Why?
hope
Because you want
at
them
the
to
end of the
elevate?
day.
You want to go to work and cause problems, which is what you tried to do to me in the dressing room? Is that why it's going to continue? Because, like I said, I'm going to keep on walking by you like I've been doing. I don't care. I don't care. All I care about
That's
was
a
my
lie,
money.
just by the way, because she's been starting
all I care
issues all
about
day
is
at
my
work.
money.
You mean you
I
could
wanted
literally
my
talk
money
to
back.
management?
I said,
That's
give it
all I
back
gotta
to
say.
me. People asked what happened. You stole money from me. Point blank, period. You the one
Are we
who
honestly
coming
gonna
up
keep
to
letting
me,
her talk? Like,
asking
continue,
me
I guess, with another
questions, trying to get a
'cause-
reaction out of me at work, the same
continue
way
with
you
another
did to
question,
Alondra,
then, I
and
guess,
it's not
because
happening.
Apparently,
The
this is
same
not
way.
about to
It's
end.
not happening.
I don't think anything's gonna change. I think getting on here was a publicity stunt. She got what she wanted.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
What's good, everybody?
Again,
Hi.
see, and it's not gonna end here. She's gonna continue her, excuse my language, but honestly, I'm just gonna continue to be the bigger person. I'm gonna try and do the best I can to stay out of the situation, and whatever happens, happens from here. Thank you.
All I cared about from the very beginning was my money. I don't care to be friends with her, because if you're gonna sit here and put our whole friendship on the line for something that could really just been talked about or worked out, then I'm good on you. I don't need to be friends with you. All I cared about was my money and getting myself to the places I needed to be. She didn't want to give that money back. That set me back a lot farther, and to me, that's not being a friend. So.
My man, you was feeling that one. I was feeling it. Equal opportunity applause right there.
Thanks for watching. Now please approach the bench. The way I look at it, you have two options here. Option A, watch more Judge Jerry. Option B, watch more Jerry Springer. The choice is yours. Now get out of my courtroom. You have more clips to watch. And don't forget to subscribe.